Guys, Shay Newton here with Financial Journey. Happy Tuesday. Today we are talking about fire clients. Now, I will say the first time I heard this, I was like, why do we need to talk about fire clients? Like, nobody wants those if you have to fire them. But FIRE is actually an acronym. So it stands for Financially Independent Retire Early. Now, I'll put a link to the article where we were quoted about some tips for this fire movement. One of them in there is live like a monk. That's true in a sense, but really, I think there's a lot of research about retirement and what it takes to come up with the portfolio that you need and all of this information, right? There's so many different variables. But ultimately, like, all this research was based on a 30-year retirement. And so I think the whole movement about financially independent, retire early is great, and becoming independent. But you have to be careful with, the research that you're looking at, right? If the so-called safe withdrawal rate, even though nothing is safe, is 4%, you have to remember that was based on a 30-year time horizon for retirees. Okay. If you're going to be retiring earlier than that, then there's other things you have to think about. One is you're in like the reverse compounding stage when you're in retirement. Okay. Compounding is working against you because your expenses are going up with inflation and you're pulling out money from an asset that you're not putting into anymore. All right. And so that's a big thing when you look at the numbers. And other things you got to think about are like health insurance. You can't get on Medicare until you're 65. And Medicare or medical insurance is based on your age. So as you get older and the closer you get to 65, it becomes very expensive. And another thing to think about is, like, if you want to travel, you're thinking like, I'm going to use my younger years while I'm still able to travel. Your medical insurance only goes so far. If you're in a foreign country, odds are you're going to have to come up with the cash to pay for whatever it is that you need. That's how a lot of places around the world work. We're not familiar with that in the US because we can go into an emergency room and they're going to help us no matter what. But I've been in situations where you go to the emergency room and they're like, yep, this is what it costs. Pay us now. Now you can get reimbursed once you get home, but that's a big number to have to come up with depending on the situation. So anyway, back to financially independent, retire early. There's lots of things that you have to think about. And I really like this concept, but I like it in a different way. Like, I think instead of financially independent, retire early, I think of financial independence and having choices. So financial independence ultimately gives you choices. You don't have to stay in that job that you hate forever if you've saved up enough money to figure things out until you figure out the next thing. So maybe don't look at it as retire early, but think of it as financial independence and having choices with what to do with your life, because we're only given one life and everybody wants to enjoy it in whatever it is that makes them happy. So anyway, good luck with all of you people out there doing this fire movement. My job here is to educate you and be your trusted partner and help you figure those things out and ultimately let you see what it takes to give you those choices. So if you have any questions, give us a call. I'm going to post that article down below in the link. And you guys have a great Tuesday. Thanks. Bye.